Hey guys, welcome to Couch Potato Get Fit, and I'm here to talk about my nutrition segment on sugar. Now, let me show you a couple examples I have here today. So here we have Domino sugar and turbinado sugar. The Domino sugar is actually refined like 5 or 6 times in their factory, their process, just to help remove the molasses to give it that sweeter taste. And the turbinado sugar, the only difference is it's actually refined maybe just once, which is still, sugar is all bad. All sugar is bad at the end of the day. It's one thing that's, there's nothing more acidic on this planet. There's nothing more acidic on this planet than sugar. And sugar is probably one of the worst things you can possibly put into your body. And nature doesn't make acidic things. So the question you have to ask yourself is, what is glucose? Because glucose is actually in sugar, and glucose is just a simple sugar, right? So what does it mean? What does it mean when your glucose? What does it mean when your glucose is high? Well, hyperglycemia means hyperglucose in the blood, which defines characteristics of diabetes or high blood pressure, right? So when you're talking about sugar is eating processed foods. Those processed foods cause your blood sugar to rise. Now, it might not affect us right now, like if we're younger or currently. Well, it's affecting all of us in the long term, over time. But the main thing, eating an excessive amount of sugar, such as this or anything else, can lead to or contribute to possible weight gain. So sugar actually helps store fat in your body, especially if we're not working out like we should be. So the main thing that I want to just really encourage is people drinking more water to help flush out the glucose in our blood. And that's why I wanted to shout out to Drink More Waters. I see what you're doing with everything. Make sure you keep telling people to drink more water and work out on a daily basis. That is key to help fight the fight that we're fighting, the unknown fight that people don't even realize we're fighting, because sugar is in all foods. And it's probably much better to eat natural sugars, which come from fruits or come from vegetables, those low intake sugars. So one thing I really believe is that sugar is just as addictive as cocaine. The one thing that sugar and cocaine have in common is that they release what we call a dopamine. And the dopamine is a neurotransmitter to your body, and it's actually giving that pleasurable sensation for a temporary moment in time, giving that pleasurable sensation like, oh man, it releases something in your body that makes it addictive to where you have to keep consuming it over and over. And that's the main thing that people don't really realize, is that sugar is in all your foods. It's in everything. You really have to look at the back of these labels to really see what we're actually consuming, because they use different words for sugar. Fructose, glucose. It's 10 different terms that they actually put on the backs of these labels, and we're not realizing that we're still consuming sugar. They might not say sugar, but it might be another form of the chemical. So sugar, I know sugar is actually used in cigarettes. So you have to ask yourself, why is sugar being used in cigarettes? Well, a lot of times, sometimes the content of the nicotine is so low that they want to increase that sensation. And what does sugar bring? That pleasurable sensation of a dopamine. Now, it's basically a legal thing that you can put in food to help it taste better, but it's killing us in the long run. And I'm gonna break it down why sugar is not good for us. I'm just gonna break it down why sugar is not good for us. So check this out, guys. So all the way down from your marinara sauce all the way to your favorite peanut butter, added sugars can be found in the most unexpected products. It's sugars everywhere. So whether it's quick processed foods for meals or snacks, it makes up a large portion a large proportion of our calorie intake. So increased sugar consumption is a major cause of obesity and many chronic diseases such as diabetes. So here are a few reasons why, and I just want to break it down real quick. So number one, sugar causes weight gain. That's number one. It's a factor. So the fructose in sodas, juices, sweet teas that your grandmother used to make, it's all loaded with simple sugars. Now, those sugary beverages, they don't curb your hunger. So what that means is it doesn't fill you up. So it leaves more room for you to intake more, and which causes you to eat more and consume more calories, which isn't a good thing. So it's not going to stop you from, psyching yourself out or pretending, oh, I'm full now. No, you're going to keep consuming. And the second thing sugar does, it brings on heart disease. One of the number one causes in the world for deaths is heart disease. And we have to take care of our heart. So we have to consume low. If you're going to consume low amounts of sugar. Pay attention to what you're eating. Read the labels on the back of these canisters or products, boxes, foods, whatever you need. Read the labels on to see what's actually in your food. One sugary drink a day can lead to heart disease if you're consistent at it. So let's be consistently good at not eating sugar over the long period of time. I challenge you guys to try to not eat sugar for 30 days and see how much better your body feels. So the next thing is sugar leads to acne. Now a lot of times you're like, sugar leads to acne? Like, what do you mean? So the low glycemic diets, they help get rid of acne. And remember, I broke down glycemic, hyperglycemia, hyperglucose is simple sugar. So that helps release like that oil, that inflammation in your body that helps provide the acne that happens. So you see a lot of young teenagers, they get acne and they're like, oh man, why I get acne? Why am I getting acne? The kid's gonna make fun of me at school. Well, it's because we're contributing to that by eating a lot of sugars, whether it might be candy or whatnot. So the next reason is sugar helps lead to diabetes. Now with hyperglycemia, diabetes is going to be a factor. It's going to raise our blood sugar levels. So that's why it's important that we pay attention to it now before it's too late. The next thing that sugar does is it's a characteristic in forming different types of cancers. So we're putting this stuff in our bodies. They're using sugar to put into nicotine and cigarettes to make it more like give it a pleasurable sensation, that addictive factor. So in the long term, that helps, bring on cancer, possibly brings on like cancer, whatever it might be. So that means it's not good for your body. So the next thing is sugar drains your energy. So now we have companies like Red Bull, we have these energy drink companies, these soda companies have been in business for so long because we've constantly, buy these drinks for the cookout. We're constantly consuming this stuff. These sugars bring cavities, and these energy drinks, they give you a short spike of energy for a short period of time, which isn't really good for you. You want to have energy for a long period of time, or the time period you should have it for. That's why working out is very important. Working out is like a natural remedy for all of this, and eating the proper way and reading these labels on the back of your food products or whatever's going on. You want to really research your food and really try to find out, what's good for me, what's not good for me. Because one thing I do know, whether it's Domino sugar, whether it's turbinado sugar is just not a good thing to put into your body. Now, natural sugars, that's a whole nother story. Natural sugar is in some of the fruit that comes from the earth. So anything that's an alkaline fruit is okay. Now, anything that man is putting into your food to alter your food to make it much better, now that's a whole nother story. This is our nutrition segment. Couch potato, get fit.